Good morning. WGTV today is on the air, and today is the 31st of the month of January, the very last day of the month of January.
Last day.
Hard to believe. It's just moving by very quickly. Well, good morning to you. This is WGTV Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Thursday morning. Glad to have you with us.
Well, I can't believe it's moving by so quickly, but hey, before you know it, and you notice the days are getting longer.
I know. So nice.
Yeah, the days are getting longer, and in fact, I was just looking over the calendar for that sort of information, and it seems that we will the sunrise will be at 7 o'clock finally in just a couple of weeks. So it's moving by very quickly here.
It
just
is.
a couple of weeks. And in fact, I believe we go to daylight saving time in March, first week or,
it is March.
or so of March.
It certainly is.
Be prepared for that.
That's
okay?
right. Well, on today's show.
Yeah, what's going on?
On today's show, we have the Public Information Officer from Wayne Community College, Tara Humphries, will be here, and she comes on a monthly basis to tell us all the great activities that are going on at Wayne Community College where the public are invited to attend, whether it's seminars or activities throughout the college throughout the month. Tara will tell us all about it.
And I know you go out there all the time.
I do.
go out there once in a while, and I tell you, that we should be so proud of that.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
That's a beautiful campus.
Beautiful campus, and they're doing great things, and they're having so many opportunities that they are giving to the public to come and be a part of things happening on their campus.
They really are.
So Tara comes on first today. Then we will have a representative, Mark Wilson, coming from the Goldsboro Parks and Recreation Center.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll be telling us about the great activities that are going on the month of February with Parks and Recs, and they have a long list of things.
Yeah.
Long list. And then we'll talk with Jeff HULSE. He'll be at the Paramount Theater talking with Sherry Archibald, so we've got to hear what Jeff's got to say. I have a sneaky feeling it might be about the gala because he is going to be one of the MCs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
I think it's him and, what is that guy's name? Judge Tim Finan.
Judge, here comes the judge.
Here comes the Judge Tim Finan, and Jeff HULSE will be MCing the 5th anniversary gala at the Paramount.
I'll tell you what. It will be fantastic. They are just, you never know. You never know what to expect from those two guys.
They'll be a good duo.
With all due respect there, Judge, you just never know about these two guys.
You certainly don't. They always make you laugh.
They do. Happy Scotch Tape Day. January 31st is Scotch Tape Day, created this day by a guy named Richard Drew, who worked for 3M Company. This day in 1928, he put all that together. 1928. So let's see, that's 72 and 13 is about 91 years. Yeah.
For Scotch tape.
For Scotch tape. Scotch tape is 91 today.
Well, we all do use Scotch tape a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Or many of us do.
We do. The name Jesse James ring a bell?
I think it might.
Jesse James, 1874. He did one of the things he normally did, which was rob a train. He did that on this day in 1874 near Gads Hill, Missouri. Then he turned around as he was leaving the train area and handed the engineer a news release. The news release explained the robbery, and he ordered the engineer to pass it along to the local news media.
He wanted to be in control.
That's it.
Of the headlines.
That's right.
About his efforts.
Yeah, that's right.
That's one way to do it. If you don't want others making it up, hand it to them.
That's right. Write it out and hand it to them yourself. 1949, not that long ago, the first TV daytime soap opera, These Are My Children, the name of the soap opera, was telecast from NBC in Chicago.
These Are My Children.
These Are My Children. That was the first daytime TV soap opera. And back then, they were only 15 minutes long.
Really?
15 minutes. The show's creator, Erna Phillips, would later produce As the World Turns and The Guiding Light.
Which, As the World Turns, lasted for years and years and years and years, and just retired that show not long ago.
That's right. 2001, just a few years ago. In fact, that's what, 11, 12 years ago, an 81-year-old resident of a Biker, England nursing home and her 71-year-old friend, this lady's 81 and her friend is 71, ran into a burglar in their bathroom.
How do you run into a burglar in your bathroom?
Well, they were in the house, and the burglar was sneaking into the bathroom, and they found him and grabbed him and wrestled him to the floor.
My goodness.
And held him there until police arrived. An 81 and a 71-year-old.
Wow, brave ladies.
The 32-year-old heroin addict was later charged with 2 counts of assault, drug possession, and burglary. The ladies were a bit shaken up. They were not seriously injured. And this is a very fortunate situation
here. It certainly is.
That guy was he could have been hurt.
He could have been hurt.
Look, you don't mess around with the elderly. they'll hurt you.
You shouldn't.
That's exactly right.
You shouldn't.
Right.
Anyway.
No, well, no, you shouldn't anyway, but they'll hurt you. Yeah, they will. I would. Anyway, birthdays today include KC of KC and the Sunshine Band.
Oh, yeah, saw him not too many years ago. Sure did.
Does he?
Down at Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I think he lives in the Raleigh area, somewhere around up there. Yeah.
Well, we saw him down at Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle
They were
Beach.
still good.
Still fantastic. I love KC and the Sunshine Band. Minnie Driver, the actress, is 41 today. Baseball's Ernie Banks is 81. And Nolan Ryan having a birthday at the age of 65. Today, January 31st. That means tomorrow's February.
That's right.
Hey, Happy New Month a day ahead of time. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
How many months have 28 days?
How many months have 28 days? I heard our producer say it, and she's exactly right. They all have 28.
That's right.
They may have more than that, but they all have 28 days.
Remind her I was not talking to her.
Exactly. She's quick, let me tell you. She's quick.
She is quick. Doggone it.
She is
all of them have 28 days. Some have more, but all of them have at least 28. All right. All right.
Good gracious. Good gracious.
I know.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Wayne Community College is offering their soon-to-be famous Carolina Games Summit. That is going to be offered Saturday, February the 2nd. It starts at 10 in the morning. Cost is $10 to be a part of this. It's at Wayne Community College, of course. It's their 8th annual Carolina Games Summit. It'll spotlight premier students of the simulation and game design program at Wayne Community College, one of whom is the Kithic Games co-founder, creative director, and lead programmer Andrew Howell. Along with his father, Mike Howell, the duo spent 8 years analyzing, building, coding video games as a hobby before taking their interest to the next level, and they formed Kithic Games in July 2012. Upon graduation, Andrew hopes to take Kithic Games to the highest ranking levels of gaming in the industry by releasing a fresh library of games for consoles, PCs, and handhelds, mobile devices, and other game technologies. Visitors to this Kithic Games exhibit can play and test his current projects. What are you laughing at?
Go ahead.
The team is seeking motivated artists and sound technicians for collaboration on their future projects. You can follow their progress on Facebook and Twitter. Kithic is Kithic, in case you are wanting to follow them on Facebook and Twitter.
That's what I found
interesting?
Yes. You said that you went right on through that and didn't miss a beat. Kithic.
Yeah, I read it. Yeah.
Well, that's not a very common word.
No, it's
I think
not.
You did very well with
Well,
that.
thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
But if you'd like to learn more information about the Carolina Games Summit, it's Carolina Games with an S, summit.com.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Kithic.
Kithic Games.
It just sounds like you know, I don't know. It's an unusual word. Thursday, February 21st. A representative from Premier World Discovery Tour Company will be at the Senior Center for a presentation on the upcoming senior trip to America's Canyonlands, September 27th. Canyonlands. Anyone interested in the trip to Canyonlands is welcome to attend the meeting, get information, have your questions answered, and if you want information about the trip to Canyonlands, call Aaron. Aaron is at 705-1785, 705-1785.
Do we know what Canyonland is?
No.
We do not.
But it sounds like fun.
We'll get back with you on that.
Yeah, we'll get back with you on that.
That's exactly right.
All right. Trivia question.
Yes, ask it away.
You know, yesterday we asked the question, who was Norval Rogers? It turns out Norval Rogers was the name of the character who was actually Shaggy on Scooby-Doo. All right, well, here's another question for you along the same line.
Okay.
Who was Jonas Grumby? Jonas Grumby was a fictional character on a very, very popular television program.
When?
70s.
Okay.
This was not, by the way,
animation.
This was live people, real people.
Was this like a sitcom type thing?
Yes. She knows.
What was his name again?
Jonas Grumby.
Jonas Grumby.
Jonas Grumby.
Was it from Good Times?
It was not from Good Times.
Okay.
That's a good guess, but it's not from Good Times. And he too.
Thinking of all the shows I can think of from that era. How about Alice? Remember that show?
That's a good show.
I couldn't hear what she said.
I couldn't either. Anyway, our producer is making noise.
Singing in the background.
Singing in the background.
Trying to give me hints.
But anyway, it's one of the most popular programs on television ever.
Still
Jonas-
on today? Some in syndication?
In syndication, in some places. I haven't seen it in a while. But a very popular program. Again, it was an ensemble of characters,
Of course.
actors, and it was very popular. He was not the main character.
Okay.
He was, however, an extremely important part of the program. It would not have been a program without him.
Like JJ on the Good Times.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind of the reason they were there.
yeah.
Kind of the reason they were there.
That's enough right there. That's a great
Kind of
clue.
the reason
Kind of the
they
reason
were-
they were there. It was all Jonas Grumby's fault. Now, you didn't know him as Jonas Grumby.
It's all
You
his
knew him as
fault.
something else.
Okay.
All right?
It's hard to remember all the shows that went on in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, you know this one.
Oh, I'm sure.
Go on in the 80s?
I'm not sure it did go
Think
into
it stopped
the 80s.
in the 70s?
I think it stopped in the 70s.
Well, I was a young girl back then.
I know, you were just a child.
Limited TV time. No, I'm
I
just kidding.
understand.
I'm just kidding.
Right.
Just kidding.
Well, let's see now. As I recall...
Yes?
No.
Not going there?
I'm not going there.
Okay.
I'm not going there. Think
All
about
right.
it. All right.
Well, we'll think about it while we go on and listen to Tara Humphries. How about that?
Yes.
From Wayne Community College. Give us an update on all the opportunities at Wayne Community College. Hi, and joining me today is Tara Humphries, the Public Information Officer for Wayne Community College, here to share all the interesting happenings at our local community college. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Certainly. You all have a long list of activities happening just in the month of February.
Goodness. Just tons and tons of things that the public can participate in.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, lots of things that our students are doing too, but we'll talk about the public things today.
Yes, tell us some of the things that are happening early February.
First off, we have our Carolina Game Summit, and that helps promote our simulation and game design program, which is getting bigger and bigger.
That's what we're hearing.
It
is
is
growing by leaps and bounds every
Yes,
year.
because simulation and gaming is in every aspect now of our society.
It is.
If you learn, you learn that way. If you're in the medical profession, you use it. So it's big. It's
So
big.
tell me where that's taking place and when that's taking place, Tara.
That'll be in Moffett Auditorium,
Mm-hmm.
February 2nd, and pretty much all day. Tickets are $10. You have to go to the site that they've set up for it to get your tickets, but you can find that link at waynecc.edu.
Perfect. What will they see that day if they attend the summit?
Everything from educational lectures to tournaments. You
Wow.
can dress up as your favorite character. There's a little bit of something for
everyone?
every age group.
And how much are the tickets?
Just $10.
$10,
It's
and that
well
includes
worth
the
it.
whole day?
That's the whole day, entrance to everything.
Wow, that is nice. And that's Saturday,
Yes.
February the 2nd. That's right around the corner.
That is, yeah.
Right around the corner.
We're getting ready.
And that's called the Carolina Summit Games.
Every year it's gotten bigger. We expect a couple of thousand folks, so get those
Wow.
tickets now.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's right, 'cause you said the space is limited.
It is. Fire marshal only allows so many people in that building.
That's right. Well, that sounds exciting. What else is happening?
We have a great set of classes by Bill Bretman, offered by our foundation. This is a really interesting title, The War Poets of the Western Front. And these are poets from World War I who, instead of romanticizing war, told it like it was.
Which
And-
that doesn't happen
yeah.
that often.
That's right. And Bill Bretman, anything he teaches is excellent. So if folks are interested in that, it's every Monday evening in February. And again, you can go to the Wayne CC page, go to the foundation section, and get more details. There is a little cost to that, and there is a textbook that you have to purchase. But
Okay.
it's very, very reasonable.
And that takes place when again?
Every Monday evening in February.
Okay, just in the month of February.
Just that
Wonderful.
short. And
Yeah.
you get all the Bill Bretman you can handle for a month.
Is each Monday night, does it build on the Monday night before?
It does, it does.
Okay.
So it is a series that you need to attend every one of them.
Wonderful. That's great. What a fantastic opportunity. And you all offer such a wide variety of opportunities and events for people to enjoy here in our community.
Exactly. And this is just an enrichment thing. There's no tests, no pressure. Come and enjoy. Come and learn.
So what's next on the agenda?
Oh boy, we have a big lecture coming up. This one is about the Latino migration into the U.S. and into North Carolina and even Wayne County. It's something that everyone might be interested in. This is co-sponsored by our Cultural Diversity Global Education Task Force and Wayne County Reads. So it will kick off Wayne County Reads this
great.
year.
Okay.
It's a free lecture. It's on February 4th, a Monday. So you go to Bill Bretman's thing and then come directly to our lecture.
Exactly.
It'll be in Moffett Auditorium. Just show up. The speaker,
cost associated with
no
that
cost at all.
Okay.
And I think that it'll be of interest, like I said, to many, many people, many areas of interest.
And what's the name of that one if they go to look
That
it up?
one, oh, it's called New Roots in an Old North State. Again, you can find it on our front page of our website. And afterwards, we'll have a reception so that folks can mingle and meet the speaker, who is an author herself.
Okay, and that starts at 7 p.m.
That's right, and her books will be for sale. If you're really interested in what she said, you can buy her books, you can sign it there, you can chat with her, and we'll have refreshments.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right.
And then it rolls on.
Yes.
We have one of the few accredited programs for our nursing in both our practical nursing and our associate degree nursing programs. And it's time for us to be reaccredited. So the accrediting body asks that the public come and comment. Good, bad, suggestions. We like your dress. You know,
Right.
we love the setup. We love the fact that our nurses staff Wayne Memorial Hospital. So come in and let this body know what you think of the
This is a
programs.
sharing.
This is a sharing opportunity on February 13th, 4 p.m., room 101 in our Walnut building. And no, you don't need to reserve anything. You don't need to sign up. Just show up if you have something to say about the college's programs. If you're a graduate, if you've experienced our nurses, come
Wonderful.
tell them.
That's a nice opportunity to be able to share about the
It
nursing
is,
program.
and it's
we
nice
hear
that they
such
wanna know.
fantastic things about the
Yeah.
nursing program anyway.
And
but this
glad
is
that
a
they
great
want to know
way.
what our public thinks.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
that's nice.
encourage folks to come and share that day. Then there's our annual FAFSA Day. FAFSA being the free application for federal student aid. And if you come on February 23rd from 9 to noon, we'll have volunteers there, financial aid professionals, who can help you fill out that form. If you're intending to go to college anywhere,
So not just Wayne Community,
not just
anywhere.
Wayne Community, but if you want to go next year, we encourage everyone to fill out this form, see what they're eligible for.
And
lot
wow,
of folks,
is it nice to have some guidance through that. If you've
It
never done
is.
that, it is an interesting process.
It is.
But that would be wonderful to have some guidance.
They do ask you to register in advance
Mm-hmm.
and get a PIN number and bring certain forms with you, your W-2s, your parents' W-2s, all those things. But all that is spelled out if you go to the College Foundation North Carolina website. They sponsor this.
That's the
and
CFNC.org.
CFNC.org. Go to their site. That's where you register, and that's where they tell you,
What to
walk you
take
through
with
what
you.
you need to do. But for that hands-on, come out that day and do use this form to apply for financial aid. So many people don't realize what they're eligible for. And
Right.
you're probably eligible for a lot more, so take advantage of it.
True.
And then on Tuesday, the 26th, we get ready for our second 8 weeks of classes.
Already.
I can't believe it's
Already.
almost time.
My goodness.
But this is a chance to start your college career if you haven't yet. If you missed out on that first time, you can come and register on the 26th from 8 to 4.
Okay.
Now, this gives you plenty of time, knowing that that's on the 26th, for you to go ahead and get out to the college, fill out the application, start this financial aid
Oh,
if
yes.
you need it. Go ahead and figure out what you want to take, what you're majoring in, meet with your advisor. But the day you'll register is just that one
Just
day,
that one day,
on the 26th.
Okay.
And you'll have to pay by the 4th of March, and classes start March 6th. And again, these are 8-week classes.
Right.
They're condensed, but you can
faster
get
pace.
in. You can get in a full semester in 8 weeks if you are dedicated.
If
So,
you're willing to
if
do the
you
work,
are-
and
yeah.
if you want to move a little bit quicker, that's a perfect way
It is.
to get through your classes.
And particularly if so many are offered online. So
Okay, so you
There's-
can get both classroom experiences and online experiences through this
that's
registration.
right. So encourage folks to start preparing for that and come see us on the 26th. Every semester we have an HIV/AIDS seminar. It's still an issue in our community around the world. And Dr. Adkins is gracious enough to come give us the latest stats, tell folks how to protect themselves, and we're offering that seminar this semester on February 26th at 7 p.m. It's in Moffett Auditorium, free and open to the public. The only things we say is they do close the door at 7 because they want him to be able to start and
attention.
finish, and that it's not necessarily the best place for young children.
Okay.
So
Exactly.
it's more adult themed, but definitely a topic that we need to keep in the public eye. So
Wonderful.
anyone who wants to learn more about HIV/AIDS, please come to that free
February
seminar.
26th at 7 p.m.
Oh,
So then we
goodness.
have March.
And then March.
The beginning of March.
And one cool thing, one of our great partnerships is with Partnership for Children.
Oh yes, close to my
And
heart.
and we have our annual child care conference that will be happening all day on March 2nd. But we have been able to get children's author and educator Lester, I want to say his name right, Laminack, who's known for his children's books about issues like bullying and things like that. Saturdays and Tea Cake, Snow Day, Trevor's Wiggly Wobbly Tooth are some of his titles. So he's going to be doing the keynote and some work with our early childhood providers. But the night before is a First Friday for the Arts Council. And so
Oh, so you
he's
teamed
going
up.
to be there for the public to meet.
Oh, that's
If
nice.
you want that autograph, if you want to meet the man who's inspired your kid to read, he'll be there on Friday, March 1st.
Wonderful.
So how
That's
cool
nice.
is that? And what a coup for us to get him to come.
Yes. Oh, yes. So if you're interested in either one, either meeting him and getting a book signing and having a conversation with him, you can go to the
Right.
Arts Council with
Bring
the
your
First
kid.
Friday.
Bring your kid to
child,
that
meet
one.
them, get
Yes.
pictures and all of that.
Uh-huh.
And then if you're a child care provider and you need some accreditation or some classes,
That's right.
March 2nd at Wayne Community College, which I'm sure there's some pre-registration.
There is indeed. And actually you can do that through the partnership.
Partnership for Children, right.
But we're proud that we're able to provide the facility for it.
Absolutely.
And
That
since
is
we
nice.
teach so many providers
And
to
you
keep
have that
them
program,
going.
right.
Right.
Wonderful.
And throughout the month of March, we're going to have our nurse aid sessions. These are actually information sessions to start the nurse aid program in summer. It is so popular that we have 2 sessions per week throughout March just
My
to
goodness.
provide the information for these folks who want to
For
go
nurse
into
aid.
nurse aid. So that, again, you can go to our webpage, waynecc.edu. And this is actually continuing education. Click on continuing education,
Continuing
all the
education, okay.
details you could want.
Wonderful.
And then, it just goes on and on through March.
Yes, March is a very busy month, and you'll come back and tell us
I
more details of
will.
what's happening at Wayne Community in
will.
the month of March and what our community can participate in.
Oh
But
my goodness, they keep me
wow,
running.
That is a busy month.
Isn't it great?
But it is wonderful that you have such a wide variety of opportunities for
do.
people to choose from what they would like to participate
And
in.
free or little cost.
Exactly.
we-
Well, thank you, Tara. We appreciate the updates, and we'll see you next month to hear what's happening in the month of March at Wayne Community College.
Thank you again.
And this has been WGTV Today, and this is what's happening at Wayne Community College. And we're back.
We are back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. Thanks for being with us. Today is the 31st. It's
That's right.
Thursday.
The last day of the month.
Okay.
That's right. Could you possibly give us the answer to the trivia question now, Mr. Wayne?
I'll give you a couple more clues. How's that?
That'll work.
All right. The character using the character's name was Jonas Grumby. We knew him by something else. Who was Jonas Grumby? The program was on the air in the 70s. It is the reason they were there is another clue. He was a large man. In real life, the guy that played Jonas Grumby on television, his father was an enormous actor
Okay.
from the 30s and 40s and early 50s.
Okay.
His father was a big-time actor.
Did I hear you say earlier that he wore a cap of some nature?
He did wear a cap. I'm not sure I said that, but regardless, he did wear a cap.
Okay.
All right? He wore a cap. He referred to another, well, I don't know if I want to mention that because that would probably give it away to a lot of people.
It's okay, though. That is okay, Wayne.
Okay.
That is okay.
I'm not going to mention that. Anyway, wore a cap. The reason they were there, show of the 70s, very popular, one of the most popular programs of all time.
Still in syndication.
The lead character
Yes.
was a great supporting actor on a show of the 50s,
Okay.
and early 60s. You wouldn't know that one. But the lead character's middle name was Walter on the show of the 50s, and that goes way back, and that's confusing things.
That's just confusing me.
She's got it. Okay, anyway, wore a cap. The reason they were there, large man, father was famous.
All this little friend and buddy.
He's scared to say this other little hint.
And he called his friend, one of the other characters, Little Buddy. Little Buddy. Who was Jonas Grumby? All right, and we will find out in the next segment.
All right.
All right.
Well, Wayne, you know, now in our daily lives, stress is a given. We all
Oh,
feel
boy.
stress. That's just part of our daily lives.
Indeed, we do.
We're always tasked with balancing family, work, friends, and your finances. But if we can reduce our own reactions to external stresses and become calmer and more focused, the daily irritants of life can just be washed right over us. They can just
Really?
wash all over us, yes, if we don't learn to reduce those stresses. Well, here's some great ways to reduce stress.
Oh,
Okay?
boy. Let me get
Ways,
my
get your
pencil out.
pen. Ways to reduce stress
All right, ways to reduce
in
stress.
your daily life, and you can't find a pen.
I can't find it's okay.
That's all right. Just listen
Oh,
up.
here's
then.
one.
Got one?
Got one.
All right. Eat more soluble fiber every day.
What?
Eat more soluble fiber every day.
Soluble fiber.
Yes. Foods with high soluble fiber content slow and regulate the absorption of sugars, thus reducing and even eliminating the dreaded sugar crash.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
It says eat lots of fresh fruits and veggies, nuts, beans, and oats. These
That makes
foods
sense.
contain a ton of soluble fiber as opposed to insoluble fiber, also valuable for keeping you regular, which is almost a magic solution.
Wait a minute. This is a family show here. Watch yourself.
I know.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so eat lots of fruits and veggies,
Yes.
beans and oats.
Right.
Stretch.
And does eat oats.
Dozy dozy.
Mares eat oats and does eat oats.
Number 2 is stretch. Just a simple act of getting up from your work chair several times a day to stretch helps all your muscles both relax and re-engage.
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 That's good. Okay.
Power stretching, in fact, can be its own form of exercise.
Power stretch.
A power stretch,
Okay. Power stretch.
just as stretching in your intensive yoga. It boosts energy while relaxing the mind.
Really?
So try stretching 5 or 10 minutes every morning and every evening, Wayne.
Right. Oh, yeah, sure.
First thing out of bed and the last thing before you get back
Yeah,
in bed.
right.
It helps to regulate your blood flow throughout your body, which can both help to energize and calm you. It does both.
Really?
Just stretching 5 or 10 minutes a day.
Okay.
How about that? So now we're going to eat right. We're going to stretch.
Okay.
And number 3, implement a strict bedtime and wake up regimen.
Oh.
I guess go to bed at the same time, or relatively.
Yeah,
If you
okay.
have to set your alarm for a while to get your body in rhythm, that's fine. But vow to keep the same time that you wake up every morning, even on weekends.
Really?
What it says. If you need extra Z's, go to bed a half hour earlier each night until you are getting the right amount of sleep. Being sleep deprived, which many of us are, being sleep deprived can give a huge impact on your energy level. That is so true.
It sure can.
There you go. Sleep itself is healing to the entire body and your mind. So make sure you're getting as much of this natural medicine as you can.
Wow. That's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot.
So eat right, stretch, and get a good night's sleep. And go to bed at the same time and get up at the same time. Or relatively close.
Wow.
We'll give you more tips later.
That's interesting.
This sure is.
That's interesting. You know, a few days ago we had terminology. We talked about slang
Yes, we
phrases
did.
and words here a few days ago. I have more for you.
All right.
How about this? All right. If you let's say if you're asking for a cluck and grunt.
A cluck and grunt. Now,
A
when were
cluck
these
and grunt.
popular? One more time, remind me. When were these popular?
These were popular in the first half of the 20th century, in the
Okay.
early 1900s.
Early
Now, the
1900s.
book is from. The book is entitled "The Dictionary of American Slang." It was published in 1967. But a lot of these terms were used earlier, much earlier than the 60s. But a cluck and grunt is something you'd walk into a restaurant and order.
Really?
A cluck and grunt is eggs and ham.
A cluck and grunt,
Yeah.
or eggs and ham.
Eggs and ham. You walk in for breakfast. You want a cluck and grunt.
Well, I bet the next time we go in for breakfast somewhere, and if you ask for that, you might get looked at a little strange.
Strangely, yes, you would.
Yes.
You really would. You would.
Can I order a cluck and grunt, please?
There was a term that was established or it was created or invented for a wealthy man who was a bit on the unsophisticated side, from a small town businessman, who would try to become the playboy type, visiting a large city. Now you can picture this in your mind. You might see something like this on, say, the Andy Griffith Show,
right?
or
Exactly.
something like that,
Exactly.
where somebody would kind of dress up and try to be the big shot, and when all along he's a bit unsophisticated, not really knowing what he's doing. There's a name for that.
Oh goodness.
He's a butter and egg man.
Oh, okay. Never heard that. Butter and egg
Butter
man.
and egg man.
Wonder where that came from.
I have no idea. Somewhere on the farm, I imagine.
Butter and egg man.
Butter and egg man. Then there's the terminology, the term off the cob.
Not off the cuff, but off the cob.
Not off the cuff. Off the cob. If something is off the cob, hey, that's off the cob. That means it's pretty corny.
Well,
Corny.
there you go.
Yeah, I know. Yes,
There
right.
you go.
Yeah.
Writing that one down.
And I see that one coming back to haunt me.
I see it coming back to haunt Wayne too.
What's a dog robber? A dog robber.
Not somebody who robs a dog.
No. All right.
What might it
Fido.
be?
All right, Fido, give me all your biscuits.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Or
No,
picks
it's not
them up
like
and
that.
takes them away. Yeah.
It's not like that. A dog robber is a baseball umpire. I
What does
don't
a dog
know.
have to do with it?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a reason for it. If I sat down and thought about it long
You
enough,
might could come up with
could
it.
come up with something. All
Right or wrong, he could come up with something.
All right. What are happies? Now, we talked about yesterday or the day before, we talked about happy cabbage. Happy
Right.
cabbage was a sizable amount of money.
Right.
But happies had nothing to do with money.
Okay.
If you have some happies, it means you have arch supporters for your shoes. Arch support. This was a term that was originally used by shoe salesmen.
I bet so.
If you have happies, you have arch supporters for your shoes. Let's see here. Okay. People used to sleep on a donkey's breakfast.
Donkey's breakfast? Wow, that just doesn't sound very peaceful.
It doesn't, does it? It's
No.
a straw mattress.
A straw mattress.
Straw mattress. You
That
know,
is a
mattresses
donkey's
used to be made of
breakfast.
straw, you know.
Well, it was a little before my day.
George Eddy. I don't know where that name comes from. Obviously, it came from somebody. But a George Eddy is a guy who eats a meal in a restaurant and then does not leave a tip.
Oh, he's a George Eddy.
Oh, he's a George Eddy. Yeah, he's a George Eddy. Maybe we can have some more of these a little later on. How's that?
That's great. That's great.
Well, I don't know about it.
Well, why don't we move on to listen to what Mr. Mark Wilson has to say from Goldsboro Parks and Recreation.
There we go.
And also Jeff HULSE will be interviewed by Miss Sherry Archibald at the
Oh.
Paramount Theater, so stay tuned. Joining me today is Mark Wilson with Goldsboro Parks and Recreation to give us some updates on exciting things happening right here in our community. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going fantastic. So I hear you guys are busy.
We sure are,
You
always.
have a long list of things happening over there.
That's right, that's
Well,
right.
tell us some of these opportunities we have.
Well, we have our annual Daddy-Daughter Dance at Herman Park Center. It's going to be on Friday, February 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. And
That's an annual event, isn't it?
it is. It's a really good time. We usually pack the center during that night. And it's for girls ages 4 to 12. They can bring their father, grandfather, uncle with them and enjoy all the food, music, dancing, photos, had different games and contests. It's a really great time. And
What time of night is that?
6 to 8 p.m. It's on a Friday night.
6 to 8. Well,
And,
you have some fantastic pictures on the city's
Yeah.
and on Parks and Rec's Facebook page from years past
Yeah, you
of
can-
some of the daddy-daughter dances.
That's right. You
It
can go
is
on there
so
and see
cute.
everyone having a great time on there. And tickets are available at Herman Park Center, and they're only $5 per person.
Okay, so the father and the daughter needs a ticket.
Correct.
And you can purchase those right there at Goldsboro Parks and
Yes,
Recreation.
yes.
Wow. Well, that's a great event. Looking forward to seeing that. What else do you have coming up?
We're going to team up with Easy Bait and Tackle on March 16th. It's a Saturday to host an annual shad tournament. They've had some in the past, and we're actually going to help them out this year.
So a fishing tournament.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
How do people go about becoming involved in this?
They can either go to Easy Bait and Tackle, or they can go to Herman Park Center with Parks and Recreation to register, and it's only $10 per person. It's all ages. We have kids, parents. It's a family type tournament.
And where's this taking place?
It's going to be in Wayne County, but primarily the Neuse River. There's a lot of great shad fishing during that time, and that date was chosen because it's primarily when the shad are very active in the Neuse River.
Well, can you all give them some guidance on what people will need?
Yeah.
What kind of bait and different things like that they'll need for that particular tournament?
Yeah, mostly shad, darts, and spoons, and you can pick those up at Easy Bait and Tackle. If you are to register for this tournament, you'll get a discount on all the tackle there for the shad.
Oh, that's
and
a nice...
20% off.
20% off? That's
20% off.
fantastic.
That's
And he
right.
has a large selection at
He
Easy
sure
Bait and
does.
Tackle.
If you've never been there, it's a great
It's an
place.
adventure all by itself,
just
isn't
pop
it?
in and you're amazed on how much tackle he has.
And if you don't see it, you talk to him and he can tell you all about
That's
where,
right.
where you can get it.
That's right. And yeah, there's going to be several awards. Largest krill, which is total weight of shad. Hickory shad, largest hickory shad, largest white shad. And for the kids, we're having the smallest shad. We're going to give prizes out for those.
Well, what time of day does this start?
It starts as early as 7 a.m. and ends at 4 p.m. We'll do the weigh-ins right after that.
Right after 4.
Yeah.
Well, that is exciting. So $10 to be a part
Only
of that tournament.
$10.
And you can get the information either at Parks and Rec or Easy Bait and
Easy Bait and
Tackle.
Tackle, that's correct.
Can you start registering now?
You sure can.
So it's open to the public now. Great. So a daddy-daughter dance and a shad
tournament.
fishing tournament coming up. So you have a long list of activities that we can participate in.
That's right. And we're also going to have our farmers market that's going to open up again this year. If you haven't been out there, it's a great opportunity to get fresh local produce and other goods. We kind of opened it up to, we have eggs, homemade soaps, things of that nature. So
you've had jellies, you've had flowering plants, you've had all kinds of gardening plants and things that you can get access right there in that one location.
Right, fresh meat.
And this is all local produce and,
really is.
and local things that are available to the community.
It is, and it's right in Herman Park. It's a great location, a lot of shade. We're going to start at April 17th. It's a Wednesday, and so come and check us out. And if you are a farmer and you would like to be a vendor, you can just contact the Parks and Recreation. It's free.
So it doesn't cost anything to participate?
No, it doesn't.
Wonderful. And is it every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday, starting at 9:30 and ending 4 p.m.
Great. And that starts April
17th.
April 17th. Looking forward to that.
Yep, we are too.
And you've got one more big event coming up.
One more thing we have going on, we're going to have a camping trip. We're going to hike the Appalachian Trail on Memorial Weekend. Yep, Memorial Weekend. It's May 24th through the 27th. So anyone that's interested, should give us a call, and we're going to have some meetings leading up to this to see, talk to you about the gear needed and all of that.
So what's the cost with that? Do you all know yet?
It's going to be free, but the cost is going to be for the participant to provide all the gear they will need, the backpacks and things of that nature. And we're gonna have the meetings and talk about what you will need for that.
Okay, so that's something to look forward to. That's
Really
not until
is,
May,
yeah.
so that's something to look forward to and plan on and start getting your gear together now.
That's right. You got to prepare early, because if you've ever been to the Appalachian Trail on the mountains there and hiked, it requires a lot of exercise. So we're going to have planned trips out at Cliffs of the Neuse, hike their trails, and do a couple of camping weekends out there as well.
Well, Mark, y'all are doing a great job. You've got so many fun and exciting things. Give one more plug for the Hillbilly Hike. It's coming up,
Hillbilly Hike's coming up May 4th. It's Saturday. If you haven't checked it out, go to hillbillyhike.com or go to our Facebook page and check out all the photos and videos that we have. It's an awesome event. We're looking forward to all of it.
All right, sounds good. If you want more information about Goldsboro Parks and Recreation and all the many events that they have, where can they go?
GoldsboroParksandRec.com.
Perfect. See you there.
See you.
Hi, I'm Sherry Archibald at the Paramount Theater, and I have a guest with me today to talk to you about the Paramount Theater and what it means to our downtown. Mr. Jeff HULSE is the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation president, and I appreciate you being here, Jeff. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you inviting me, and I appreciate you saying the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation, because some people see DGDC and they think it's the damn Jeff Development Corporation.
Would never be, no. You have been a very strong supporter of downtown for many years, and you've been their president for the last 3. Is this going into your 4th?
This is my last year. And
your 4th year.
It's been exciting, and we've got a lot done, and I dare say it couldn't have happened what has already happened without the Paramount being here for the last 5 years.
Well, the Paramount, of course, has been an economic engine, I think, for downtown, but I think that you all saw that very strongly after the fire. The downtown development worked very hard with the city, with Mr. David Wheel and the foundation to make sure that we were going to eventually have a Paramount Theater back again. And now that it has happened, and now that we are getting ready to celebrate 5 years, which
Right.
is a little hard to believe.
It's hard to believe.
I was hoping to just get perspective from the downtown board, from you on their behalf, about what you see, how that has impacted our downtown.
Well, as you know, what a horrible day it was when the Paramount caught fire and burned. And I remember being right across the street at that time because there was a stage struck production. One of my daughter Hallie was in at the time, and we were all just, I mean, I was in tears.
There were many folks in tears on the street.
And thanks to Mr. Will chiefly and the city, as it was constituted, the council and the mayor, we were able to, as been said many a time, like a phoenix, this rose out of the ashes. And the Paramount Theater, it's new and improved, and it sits on, I think, very special ground that even though the building itself is the original's gone, it captures all those memories. You can feel the spirits around here of all the past shows and matters that I've been involved in and that were going on for years. So as far as the downtown goes, I can't imagine our downtown without this project this dream, not a project, being fulfilled. And it has allowed for people to come down here. The thing I know Mr. Will has impressed on all of us is that he wants this to be a theater for all of Wayne County and for the region. And so the type of entertainment that comes into the Paramount is not limited to just musicals or dramatic or orchestra. There's all types of entertainment. And so with that brings all types of audiences. And with that brings people downtown that might not normally be here. And when you have that, you've got nice restaurants and you've got a growing shops and businesses down here, then that's the way we build back the downtown, and that's our dream, and that's what we've been doing. I know it was going on before I became president, and for the last 3 years and for years to come, I expect people will not believe the downtown Goldsboro they'll see in 10 years based on the Paramount being a cornerstone of that rebirth.
Well, thank you, Jeff, for being here and for those words. And on behalf of the Paramount Theater staff and our foundation and our volunteers, we appreciate the efforts that the downtown development makes each and every day to partner with us in promoting our upcoming events and being part of the fundraising that happened to bring it back here. So we just wanted to say thank you,
Well, thank you.
We appreciate all that the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation does to help fulfill this mission that was here to bring back the Paramount Theater.
And I think I'll see you on February 8th.
I think you will. We'll be celebrating our 5th anniversary, and we are going to have you and Judge Finan here as our MCs to host the event and a whole showcase of wonderful entertainment. So we're excited about that too.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.
We're back on WGTV today.
We are. I hope you enjoyed those interviews.
They were good, and Jeff is just a great guy. He's a funny guy.
Absolutely. Well, you know, earlier we were talking about everybody has stresses in their lives, and we have gotten some research on some things to do to help lower your stress levels.
All right, now we need to know this.
That's right. And the first three we talked about, Wayne, were eating right, eating fresh vegetables and fresh fruits and some oats and different
Soluble
nuts.
fiber.
Any kind of soluble fiber. Then we talked about getting a good night's sleep and keeping them regular, like go to bed about the same time, get up about the same time, get lots of good sleep.
Okay.
And remember the third thing? Stretching.
Oh, yeah.
Just good old stretching. That's right. In the morning and the evening, just stretch those muscles out. They relax your body, but they give you energy as well. They help re-energize your body.
About 5 minutes, I think you said.
That's right. That's right.
5 minutes, okay.
Well, the next one, number 4, is eat a hearty breakfast, and I think we all know that.
Okay.
We may not do it all the time, but eating a good, well-balanced breakfast can actually fuel most of your entire day, especially if you incorporate some, complex carbs like oatmeal and things like that, and fresh fruit along with some protein. They're saying at lunch, go a little bit lighter, and you'll feel better in the afternoon. Have a big salad, topped with some nuts or a bowl of vegetable soup or something with protein and cheese. Those kind of things for lunch.
Okay, so you start with a
Big breakfast.
good,
hearty
solid,
breakfast.
balanced breakfast.
Exactly.
Okay. And then eat
Something light for
during
lunch.
Does it say anything about snacks?
Let's see. It's saying if you're going to snack on some things like nuts, raisins, things like that in the afternoon that are not
Raisins.
extremely filling.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right.
Then number 5 is get some ginseng. Ginseng,
Ginseng?
it's known for its energy boosting properties.
Okay.
It's been well studied and used for more than 2,000 years in studies in dozens of cultures. 2,000 years they've been studying ginseng.
Well, ginseng's around a long time.
It's been around a really long time.
Right.
It acts as to inhibit the stressors in your body. How about that?
How about that? Ginseng.
Ginseng. And it says, how about going lavender? Go lavender. Lavender is a powerful aromatherapy agent and has been linked to energy stabilization and boost in mental awareness.
Lavender?
Lavender.
Isn't that kind of sweet? What's lavender smell like? We're talking about smelling lavender, right? You
Right,
don't
right.
drink it or
No, you don't
anything.
drink it or anything. You
Okay.
smell it. You inhale it. That's right, like in the air. Yep. Light a lavender candle in the evening. Dab that's the wrong page. Dab a few drops of essential oils onto your wrist so you can sniff it periodically throughout the day for a boost of lavender. Sprinkle a few drops into your nighttime bath and just let your skin soak it up.
Oh,
So if we see Wayne going, he's sniffing lavender off of his,
you know,
his arm.
lavendering.
That's good to know. That's good to know. And last but not least, drink an extra glass of water or 2.
Oh, that's good.
That's right.
That's good. Okay.
It helps boost your energy right on the spot.
All right.
How about that?
This and other great tips can be yours. Send $1,000 today to P.O. Box 555 555 555. Well, maybe not.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, we'll be back with more of this, whatever this is, tomorrow.
It's tips to live a stress-free life.
Oh, yeah, I knew
Wayne.
that. Oh, yes, yes, yeah. Okay, we're going to be stress-free as we walk out the door here
That's
today.
right. Smell some lavender this evening.
Yeah, lavender yourself. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. In the meantime, if you missed the program, you want to see part of it again, you can join us at noon or at 5:30, or then again during the evening hours. And then on our YouTube pages, you can go to waynegov.com and click on the YouTube link, or
GoldsboroNC.gov and click on the YouTube link or the WGTV Today link. It'll take you straight to our YouTube channel where you can see all the past programs.
that's exactly right. So until tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.